asked me what my hobby was the other day, and the only thing I could think of was I read. Like, that is all I do. And as a frequent reader, I can tell you there is no better way to get book recommendations than to ask around. My next guest has us covered. Asha Youmans, a Seattle author, and is one half of the writing duo, Ali and Asha. Their latest novel, Boss Lady, is an absolute page-turner. I'm almost done with it myself. But Asha is here to share the love. She's actually giving us her book recommendations from other PNW authors. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me as always.
Oh, I love having you here. So I think it is important to get our book recommendations from our friends, but I love that you're highlighting local authors. And let's start with The Word Is Out.
Yes, Word Is Out. You might recognize the last name on this book.
Yeah.
Greg Yeomans is the author, and he is actually my brother-in-law.
I was going to ask. Okay.
Yes, I am not the only writer in my family.
Wow.
He is a professor at Western Washington University in queer film studies, and he has written this book that examines the film of the same name. That was a groundbreaking effort to combat the vitriol of the anti-gay movement during Anita Bryant era, and serves as a beautiful, humanizing and connective piece of art today, this film.
I love this. I love how the book is organized. It's, you know, it shows so many wonderful things, and what a great thing to document here in Seattle, right?
Absolutely, yes. We have a rich history of accepting diversity and celebrating it, and I'm excited and proud of my brother-in-law.
Good job, brother-in-law.
That's right.
All right, next is Notes from the Cove.
Notes from the Cove. Jennifer Bardsley. She is an author of over a dozen books, living in Edmonds, and she wrote the I Break for Moms column for the Edmonds Herald.
Oh, really?
For over a decade. I call her Jenny B. Her latest series, Sand Dollar Cove, is based on Ocean Shores. And this is book 3 in the series, Notes from the Cove.
Oh, how cute.
It's a story about a woman who reinvents her life by opening a cafe, solving mysteries, and falling in love.
Oh, I like that.
And like all of Jennifer's novels, this one will leave you with all the feels.
Okay, I need this. Okay, I need this series right now. See, I'm so glad you're here. Okay,
Yes.
Next one is Women Are the Fiercest Creatures.
That's right.
We know this lady very well.
Absolutely, she sends her regards.
Good, we love her.
Andrea Dunlop is also an Edmonds resident. She's the author of 4 novels, the latest of which is Women Are the Fiercest Creatures, published by Zibby Books. It's set among Seattle's tech elite. And this is the story of 3 women who take on a manipulative CEO. It's a sharp look at the twists and tangles of family and the obstacles that women must navigate in their daily lives. And Andrea is not only a fabulous writer, but she's also the host of a widely enjoyed true crime podcast called Nobody Should Believe Me, that exposes the truth behind child medical abuse, Munchausen's syndrome. And if you enjoy listening to podcasts, I cannot recommend Andrea enough.
Oh, yeah.
She has one of the best voices on the airwaves.
She's such a great voice.
In addition to Amity.
Well,
So,
I mean, stop when you're finished. No, even when Andrea's here, I'm like, tell me more.
Yeah.
All right, All They Ask Is Everything. Okay.
Yes, Hadley Leggett. Now, this is the newest member of PNW Writers. Her debut novel, All They Want Is Everything, hits the shelves tomorrow. So one of the perks of having writer friends is that I get I often beg advance copies from them of their books. And so that's why I have this very exclusive edition. But if you're interested in reading her novel, which is already generating a ton of buzz by readers and reviewers, she will be in conversation with Tara Conklin tomorrow evening at Third Place Books at Seward Park at 7 p.m.
Okay.
So pick up her book and get it signed.
I was just reading Tara Conklin's, she's a quote on the cover, and it says, a riveting, heartbreaking debut that examines all the nuances of motherhood. Even that makes me start to get choked up. I'm like, I feel it. I just read that one little review, so.
It's great. It's a story of a biological mother, a foster mother, and an estranged grandmother who are all battling over custody of 2 little girls, and they find in the end that they really are fighting for the same thing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's powerful. All right. Next up is Joy is My Justice.
Joy
Reclaim
is My
what's
Justice.
yours. Okay.
Yes. Dr. Tanmeet Sethi lives in the Seattle area with her family. She's a doctor and a clinical associate professor at the UW School of Medicine, and she is a highly sought after speaker. This book, Joy is My Justice, holds a special place on my bookshelf because my co-writer, Ali Frank, and I, we create fictional characters that experience joy and express it through human diversity and interactions. But Tanmeet shares the physical changes, even down to the cellular level, of choosing joy and practicing gratitude.
Yeah.
Her book is one of my guides for living boundlessly.
I love this. It's so beautiful to read. There's certain things in here, and I just landed on take a pause, and it says, think of a challenge you're facing, large or small, right now in your life, and say to yourself, why not me, out loud. Notice the difference in your body when you ask each question. When I say, why me, I'm a contracted, powerless shape. So when you say, why not me, you stand in a place of power. So this would be a great gift for someone maybe who's going off to college.
Absolutely.
Giving them some knowledge before they head out.
Do that.
I love that. All right, sorry, next book. My People Are Rising.
Yes, I just picked this book up and barely cracked the spine, but this book caught my eye in a bookshop because it is the story of the Seattle chapter of Black Panther Party in the late 60s.
Yeah.
Mr. Dixon would have been a contemporary of my father's, and knowing my own story, I feel helps me learn myself. Learning my own history helps me know myself better, and so I'm really interested in understanding what the social climate was like in Seattle just before I was born.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
What a great book to read and then go see the exhibit at NAMM. I think they still have their Panther exhibit there.
Oh, I highly recommend it.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, running out of time because
No,
I'm talking too
gotta
much.
go fast,
Community
that's okay.
board.
Community
and this
board.
is Tara Conklin.
Absolutely. One of the biggest supporters of my career, really just pulled out all the stops to help me when I was first starting to write. I have the hardcover of Community Board. The paperback just recently came out, so if you want to save a few dollars, pick it up. Community Board is funny, it is timely, and I cannot recommend all of Tara's novels enough.
Oh, I love that. That sounds like I love a novel. I do. Okay.
And the last one, another family member. This last name you also might recognize, Ali Frank's uncle, William D. Frank, has written several books, including Under Mountain Shadows, which is the story of an LGBTQ woman named Kay Kershaw and her efforts to preserve wilderness, specifically ancient forests in Washington State, and to fight for the right to privacy for sexual identity. And this took place in one of the most conservative corners of our state. But her legacy lives on in what she did for that community and for our environment.
And the pictures are just fabulous. I wish I could show them to you myself, that they're phenomenal.
Yes, the two family member writers, sometimes I have to have a dictionary next to me because they are very smart, very academic. But Ali and I are extremely proud of this book and Greg's book as well.
As you should be. Oh, thank you so much for bringing all these wonderful books to us today. I was just thinking last night, I have nothing else to read, so you saved me.
I'm going to leave one for you.
Oh, stop.